right now we are in the car. We are gonna be going on an awesome thrifting adventure. We are gonna be looking for everything that we love to collect here on this channel, whether it's Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, and of course our main man is a sponge, Bob with a punch. But it's a little bit different because typically I always come here right in the morning when they first open on a day that I know they've stocked stuff. Today's kind of a pop-up hunt because we're going in the middle of the day on a day that I don't know if they've stocked anything. So it's kind of like a roll of the dice, a little bit of a gamble if they're gonna have anything, but I'm kind of interested, you know? Does it make a difference because they stock stuff all day long? And can you still get lucky if you do come to the thrift store without some kind of plan? So we're gonna go check it out, see what they've got. And I've also got Karina with me. And you guys can see she dyed her hair. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. I think it looks great. Congratulations to Karina on her new hair. Without any further ado, let's hop out of the car, heading to our local savers. I think we're gonna have some good luck. And thank you guys so much for joining us on the adventure. As always, I love you guys, appreciate you so much. I know we're gonna have a blast, so let's take a look. Okay, so we just got in the DVD section. We checked out everything. There's a lot today. It's really crowded in here. Usually, like, the DVD section has become like the most popular, which is crazy because they're trying to get rid of DVDs and they're making less and less of them. But just go to your thrift store, go to the DVD section, and you'll see the reason why you shouldn't. Just keep making them. People will still keep picking them up. I found 3 myself here. So we got the Dragon Ball Saga of Goku, the Flintstones Christmas Carol. This is perfect coming up. And also, I'm not going to get this one because I already have it, but one of the best movies ever for the Christmas time, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. It's like Scooby-Doo mystery meets Christmas. It's a banger movie. I'm sure you guys have seen it. We're gonna grab these two, and over in the video games, I do have this one already, but I found Truth or Square for SpongeBob. This is like one of the most slept on for all the SpongeBob games because it's basically got the same mechanics as Battle for Bikini Bottom in the movie game. It's almost like the third sequel, if you will, of those games. It has a lot of the same music as well too. Really fun, but I'm gonna and you can 2-player. It's Plankton. Remember we played it? Yeah. You can 2-player where Plankton, it's like a little zapper you can use on the Wiimote. But we're gonna leave it because I already have this one, but I don't have this one, Rayman Raving Rabbids. You guys saw I recently got the fart gun from this game. Believe it or not, Raving Rabbids had a Nickelodeon show at one point. This game is not Nickelodeon branded, but just because I want to know a little bit more about the characters, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one too. Okay, so in the VHS section, I found this, the Avatar Complete Book Collection #1. I do have the complete series now, and I said I only wanted that one, but man, when you open this up and you see the the artwork for the entire thing, I kind of want to have all of the individual box sets. So I'm going to try to see if I can slowly acquire these through our thrift hunts. I'm going to go ahead and get #1 here. It's $5, not too bad. We got 2 more to get, and we'll have the complete series in these boxes as well. Like, just look at that. It's like a freaking TCG card. It's gorgeous. No super good VHSs. I mean, of course, these are good ones too, but I mean, we have, you know, they're not super hard to find or anything like that. But we have Madeline. I kind of forget that Madeline, this is a Nickelodeon show that it had a live action movie. It was so good, somebody bought it twice. There's another black version, white version there. Look at the sticker. That's actually kind of tough. The Madeline live action movie. And some of the best stuff you can find at thrift stores is when it's not even in the section it's supposed to be, someone's little stash. So someone had all this stuff stashed here. A couple Qui-Gon Jinn there from Star Wars, some Mandalorians and Black Panther. What a freaking tag team there. And then look at this, a Corey Taylor Funko Pop. This Funko Pop is actually pretty rare. It usually goes for around like 30 to 40 bucks. I'm a huge Slipknot fan. It was one of my favorite bands growing up. And I love Corey Taylor even more because he also is a SpongeBob fan. Okay, so we made it to the toy section finally. They have this Buzz, I love it, with a Pizza Planet truck. That is so sweet. I feel like maybe it's missing like a hood piece, I don't know. But it's also missing the controller, and at $8, it's a little bit steep. Like if it was $2, I might just get it for the display piece, but at $8, I kind of want a controller. And they also have this Eeyore here. It's like a picture holder. It's $10, but he's so cute. I don't know. I'm debating on this one. He might be a maybe. He's adorable. And you put your you can put a picture there, postcard, whatever, in this little stand here. But the quality on it is really nice. And surprisingly, no chips or anything like that either. So definitely, I mean, that's how much it was at the store when it came out.
Oh my.
They just saw that and they were like, okay, a little discount, $99. Look at these little guys here. They just knock their heads down. It's kind of sad. They're just so happy to be out. And you're like, nope, nope. But there's this guy right here. I forget his name from Mario. I think this one looks so cool on like a shelf as display piece in the living room. I love him. He's so cute. He's just got to be cleaned up though. I'm wondering if this will come off. There's some major scrapes up here, but all of it looks like it's like paint, you know, like surface stuff that's gotten on there. The only one that maybe is like damaged is like that one. I think oh, wait a minute. The flower's pretty scraped up. What do you think?
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's just this part would just bug me. All right, we'll try him out. We'll get him anyway. I think he's pretty cute too. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. That is sweet. This is the SpongeBob gumball machine. Vintage SpongeBob gumball.
He's excited.
Gumball machine. But I have one of these. It's sealed in the box, but I do not have one for the display. We actually found another one of these at the thrift store, but he had a broken leg. So now we have a complete in the box gumball machine. All you do is you load the gumballs in here, and then you twist his tie and the gumballs fall out of here. That is so sick. I love him sitting on the jellyfish fields like ground terrain. Little coral pieces coming out. This is beautiful. An absolute amazing piece. I literally didn't expect to find this today, especially since it's a random day at the thrift store. We're not here extra early or anything. We just kind of came in, and to find this, awesome. Love this. Look, it's a minion, but look, I don't know. This is what in the mashup multiverse madness is this. You have Batman with a Deadpool belt, and he looks like the theater thug. It's like this weird mix-up of so many different licenses. This is just a lawsuit waiting to happen. And I'm always looking at the Nerf guns now because they have all these weird like licensed ones now, like Poppy's Playtime. I'm trying to find the Shadow Blaster they have, but look at this one. They've got this right here as well. That is just freaking mean, man. I'm out of my Nerf days, but this would have been sick back in the day. And then they also have this one right here, the Transformers Bumblebee one. So you have to check them out because you never know what you'll find. And what kid doesn't want their own T-Rex? But you know what's better than a T-Rex, huh?
What?
A T-Rex with a machine gun on his back. He's got a machine gun on his back so you can shoot out these darts. You want to make anything cooler for an 11-year-old boy, you just put a machine gun on it, okay? A car, machine gun on top. A dragon, machine gun on top. A building, machine gun on top. It makes everything cooler, and you can't deny that. The real estate value going up. And for those of you guys who don't know, Karina is in love with Caillou. I found Caillou. Look, it's Caillou. You like Caillou?
Nice.
I know it's not Caillou, guys.
He has hair, it's not Caillou.
This is the difference between him and Caillou is this little blonde Superman curl right there. Little blonde poop. And the plushies are going crazy today. We found Shadow here, a Shadow Squishmallow for $5.99. We found freaking Panda with a sticker on his butthole. Got Panda there for $8. It's a little bit much, but still cool. And of course, the main man sponge here. Oh, it's made in China though. I think this might be a fake sponge, but man, that's a good like.
Yeah, it's a good quality.
Yeah, like it looks really real. So we got knockout SpongeBob here. I might just get that one just because of the fact that it's so accurate, just as a representation of how good they can make them. And then we also got here, I think his name is Olumeli, which is the mascot for the Disney Aulani Hotel in Hawaii. It's only $6. I'm sure it's worth more than that, so we can just get that to get more funds back into the collection. And then look, Karina.
Oh.
This one is Glaceon. It almost looks knockoff, but this is actually licensed. It's from Round 3. They usually make like arcade like plushies and stuff like that. So this one is actually licensed. A little, oh, dang.
No.
Unfortunately, it looks like a Scyther went crazy on her neck. There's a little slash here. Dang, otherwise I would have grabbed that, and they still paid $8. Okay, and we're in the bags right now. You guys know how the bags work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of them, grab a couple fun ones, and then we'll take them back to the cavern and we'll check them out together. So it's a little bit of a mystery, but I had to share this one. The iDog, the original, the OG iDog. You play music and he dances, taps his foot, I think, or something like that to the music. I haven't seen one of these in years, so I'm gonna grab this one. And look at this Pokeball.
Hello, trainer.
That's sick.
That's really cool.
So it's like 21 questions, but like Pokemon edition. That's awesome, and only freaking, and it's actually just a really good looking Pokeball too on top of it, and only $4. $8. We're gonna grab that as well. We'll look through it, and again, we'll find some more bags, and whatever we add, you guys will see it when we get back to the cavern. So we looked through the rest of the bags, and Karina found an awesome one. There's so many cool bags we're gonna check out. Again, that'll be a surprise for you. I've made the decision though, I'm gonna leave the knockoff SpongeBob. I don't know, I can't bring it into the cavern, you know, knowing it's just this fraud. So because he's unlicensed, I don't want to support that. I'm gonna leave him behind, but it's just surprising to me how good he actually looks overall. He really looks like a vintage SpongeBob, but nonetheless, we're gonna leave this guy. And we're gonna look out through the rest of the store now. Usually we can find some pretty good stuff in the stationery section, so let's check it out. My goodness, this is a trophy, man. Like, I got some trophies when I played soccer, but they were like just one piece of this, you know, or just like this piece. This is a massive trophy. I hope they won like the championship or championship when they got this thing. This is like a Roman Empire level, like, I don't even know, an architectural masterpiece. This is amazing. Okay, so over here in the kitchen section, we got this right here. This is a Scream canister from Monsters Inc. They want $8 for it, but at the park, these are like $30, $40. When you open it up, how it works is like this. It actually has the scream from one of the kids in the movie, which is kind of dark, but I just think this is such a cool piece. We're gonna grab this one too. Even if I just put it on our whatnot stream, I'm gonna grab it. Oh, we got the Halloween costumes. Look at this one, you can get this one. You know how much you've been wanting to be a goldfish?
That's my dream.
And then I can get this one. You know how much I've always wanted to be a colonial peasant? This is like
Scary.
Yeah, like I could see some teacher probably had this on her desk as like a joke, like, oh yeah, this is what I did with the last kid who didn't listen to me. Because it has a spelling test in there, the pencil. It's like some kind of creepy like cut off limb that like a scientist keeps in like some kind of weird substance in a jar to preserve it. This is just okay, never mind. This is even more weird. Oh, isn't this the freaking chocolate from Harry Potter? The chocolate frog. It's like an actual little dish here. That's super cool. It's $10. It's a little bit pricey, but it is cool. To be honest, I thought it was like some kind of like psychic reading device or something, but then when I saw it closer, I was like, no, that's actually the chocolate frog container. I've never seen the actual like side of it before so closely. It says Wizard and Witches card inside, free. Because remember they get the actual trading cards in them? That's so sick. Like, it's cool to see the actual like design of it a little closer. It's just from Universal Studios too. I've seen decorative plates before, but have you ever seen one that has a music box on the inside?
It's cool.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, doing thrifting and going out to like flea markets, I've seen a million of these decorative plates before. That might be the coolest decorative plate I have ever seen.
Wow.
Cinderella with a built-in music box. Leave it to Disney. How much do they want? I almost just puked everywhere. Oh, okay, let's put that back before I freaking feel horror just touching it. Like I lost money by grabbing it. Okay, next up here we have the Funko Pops. They have Chuck here, Soul, Steve, WandaVision. There's some pretty good ones, but I mean for the price they are, that's about what they're worth. I think we got the best one with that Corey Taylor one we grabbed. Oh, and then look, they have Chip and Dale too. Unfortunately, Chip has a little chip on his nose, and Dale has a little Dale on his foot. Okay, so we scanned the rest of the store to make sure there was nothing else left behind. I mean, we found some amazing stuff. I'm really hyped about this Pokeball for some reason. I can't wait to see if it can guess my Pokemon. And can you believe this?
That's crazy.
A vintage gumball SpongeBob machine. I think I said that backwards, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna head on out of here and we'll check out what we got in those mystery bags and everything else and see if everything was worth it or not worth it when we get back to the cavern. So we are back. We got our bags from Savers. What a freaking haul for a midday thrift hunt. We are gonna check it all out. I paid a little over $80 for everything, so let's just put 80 flat on screen. Let's see if we top that and also whether these items were worth it or not worth it. But I'm pretty sure, dang sure, they're gonna be worth it. I might start going to the thrift store around that time more often because I really didn't expect that. So let's go ahead and start off here with our first piece just to get our value straight in there. If this worth it slash not worth it was a relay race, you want to start off with your strongest and then end with with another one of your strongest. So I got the Corey Taylor Funko Pop here. Like I said, Slipknot for me has like been a big part of my childhood, which may be weird or not to some people, but I think I really first got into them was playing Guitar Hero. Maybe it was Guitar Hero 3 with Before I Forget, which is an amazing song. Corey Taylor's an amazing vocalist. To be honest, I haven't listened to some of the more recent Slipknot, so I'm not 100% familiar with this costume, or even if it's an older one, I'm just not as familiar with this one. I remember the mask that was like kind of stitched up. I remember the one that was kind of like a domino look, kind of with like a circle around one eye, but this one I'm not too familiar with. But nonetheless, I grabbed it on PPG, aka the Powerpuff Girls app. It is going for about $35, so 35 bucks already checked off of our $80 price tag. Not bad. I did pay $10 for it, but I don't mind considering how much value is actually on top of that. Next up, I cannot believe we found this, the SpongeBob gumball machine. This is unreal. And Karina asked me not to tell you guys this, but I'm gonna tell you because it was just funny and just like, are you serious right now? We were in line with this gumball machine, and you guys remember my main thing was I love this because the one I have is missing a leg. I don't know how, but the one I had no leg with it. It was missing a leg. I put it up on the top shelf here just as a little display piece, but I wish he had that leg. So we're waiting in line and Karina's like, that's weird, the legs look like they would be flexible, and boom, it snapped off the leg in front of my eyes as we're waiting in line. I was just like, no, why would you do that? Why would you attempt that? That was the one thing that was keeping it from being different than the one that I had. But there was one key difference, is that I did have the leg. The other one I didn't have the leg, so it was just held on with some really cheap glue that was keeping the leg there in the first place. Probably why it broke. So I was able to put some better glue there, and you can't even tell. It looks actually better than the way it was manufactured. It probably is stronger, honestly. I'm tempted to break that other leg and glue it back on. But just a funny little story. Karina didn't want you to be disappointed in her, and I'm not disappointed in her. It was just, all you can do is laugh at moments like that. That was not her intention. It was just like, of course. And we found out quickly why that leg was originally broken. But he is a little bit dirty, but you guys can see there's a little bit of gunk on his eye there. Let's see if we can give him a little eye cleaning like in the SpongeBob movie with the double brush. There we go, came up perfect. His nose, there we go. Everything's coming up. There we go. So after a little thumb bath there, that's where I use my thumb with this rag and I just wash them up. Thumb bath. We got SpongeBob looking cool. My goodness, what an awesome piece. Ready to do some gumball dispensing. I don't know what the value on this guy is, but the shelf status and just like the piece itself is so green label OG. It is beautiful. It's coming from the year 2012. A little older, to be honest. It looks super green label, but it's just yellow label. So let's go ahead and check this one out and see the estimated value. So I was able to find it for sale for $30 with 2 watchers, so probably over time it will sell. I would say probably out of the box though, like this, maybe $15 to $20, which I paid $7 for, so a nice little deal. And again, you wouldn't be able to find this on the shelf most days. And on top of that, in order to get one in your collection, you have to pay for shipping too, so you're looking at probably 30 bucks. So to be able to add it to your collection for $7, this is a way better display piece with the extra leg there. I'm glad to add him. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot the bag. I freaking messed up our system here. I always start with the bag. Why didn't you freaking tell me? I'm blaming you for this. Okay, let's check out the bags. What the heck? I feel so strange right now just doing this out of order. Now that I realized it, who am I right now? The bags. Okay, so let's start off with the bags. First off, I want to start off with this Pokeball we got. This thing is awesome. I've been looking for like a really good Pokeball to have inside of the cartoon variety room. And they have some that are made by, I think, the Wand Company that are in Pokemon Center. They're like $100 though. And they don't actually do anything besides light up. And if I were to have one in the collection, it's cleaning up really well too. If I were to have one in the collection, I would want it to do something, you know, rather than just sit there if possible. So this one actually has a game that you can play in it that we're gonna play together, so you guys can see it right there. Like, that's a good looking Pokeball. And we press the center here.
Hello, trainer.
So we're gonna try this out. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay.
Does your Pokemon usually stand on 2 legs?
Yes.
Is it mainly blue, like the sky?
No.
Okay. Does your Pokemon have wings?
No.
Can your Pokemon evolve into another Pokemon?
No.
Okay. Is it originally from the Kalos region?
No.
Okay. Something tells me you're thinking of Raichu. Is that it?
No. No, that is not it.
Okay.
Dude, this guy sucks, okay? I thought of Gengar the first time, and he gave me freaking Pikachu as my option. He did not do a good job, okay? I will say that the Pokeball is very cool, but man, is he not the smartest of Pokeballs. The gameplay is a little disappointing, not gonna lie, but the Pokeball looks cool. Okay, and to guess that Pokemon game goes for about $10. I paid $4 for it. I think it's not really that pricey because he kind of sucks. Like, he's really not good at his job. I'm pretty sure like the average 4th grader could maybe do a better job than this guy here. This is made by Ultra Pro too, the company that makes the card sleeves and stuff. Like, why do they even try this? Okay, next up here we got is a $4 bag, and it came with a few things in here. We have this little dog, I think from Bubble Guppies. We have the seagull from Little Mermaid, I think Scrap or Scrag or Scraft or something like that. And we also have what I really grabbed it for, this Jazzword style like metallic Bulbasaur. I think this guy is gonna be worth the $4 alone, so I think he's really cool and I can't wait to add him to the collection. But if somebody ends up picking it up in my collection and tries to play it, I gotta warn them. He will probably not guess what you're thinking of. He kind of sucks. Okay, and as I suspected, even out of the box, the Bulbasaur goes for around $12, so a nice little pickup there, definitely worth it. Okay, next up here, I grabbed this, but I kind of regret it a little bit because they're in way worse condition than I expected. These are some nunchucks from the TMNT 2000, I think like 4 series here, and they have a mask from the like Amazing Ladybug or whatever that series is called. They'll pop it up on screen here. They thought that was like Raphael or like Michelangelo's mask, I guess. They put that in there. But these nunchucks are from the 2000s Ninja Turtle series. These are Michelangelo's nunchucks, but the stickers on them are really kind of gross looking. They're really worn down. I don't really like when stickers are like this because they just pick up so much like dirt and grime. Nonetheless though, they are kind of sick, but I'm gonna say this bag is probably not gonna be worth it overall. I mean, you could get them for about $12 even in similar shape to this, so I guess it's worth it, but to be honest, I'm gonna just give it a draw. Okay, then next up here we got this dog, and which I thought was actually Eeyore for like a good second when it was this way, but it's not. And this KRABBY plushie, which is from Yogurtland, but I don't know. His eyes are a little bit faded there. It was only $3 for the bag, so I figure I just gamble it and wing it and see what happens. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one's not worth it either. Okay, so the Yogurtland plushies seem to be actually semi-rare. So the rest of the Yogurtland plushies in this collection, you can get the entire set for $140 with 4 different characters. Him by himself though, not sealed. I'm thinking we can maybe at least get $10 for him though. So we'll go ahead and give it worth it on screen for $3. Okay, and then $6 for this guy here. This is the iDog, which we'll get some footage of it working here. It is super common for them to be missing the tail. The tail often snaps off because it's just like an acrylic stem that's sticking out. But these iDogs go for like $22 to like $30. We find them all the time. We always sell them for around that price. So easily from $22 to $30. And I paid $6 for it, so already worth it. And they're iconic as heck. I have the Spider-Man edition right here in my collection currently. There's also a Venom version too that's pretty rare, but of course the one we all remember seeing in the commercials and at the store was the classic white one, so worth it for him. Okay, and then Karina found this bag here. It was $5, but it comes with a lot of little figures in it. So let's take a look. First off, we have the Evil Queen here from the Funko Mystery Mini line. We have Coco from the Funko Mystery Mini line. Or sorry, Miguel. We have the Disney Infinity figure for Sadness. Like, all of these are really good branded figures for a good price. We have a bag clip here of Amy Rose from Sonic, and even a licensed monogram figure of Tanjiro here. So I wouldn't be surprised if just one of these items can cover the value for the entire bag, and we got 4 other figures as a bonus. So I knew that these little figures would kind of add up. So Tanjiro's like $8, Amy's like another 10, the Evil Queen is 5, Miguel's got a broken foot. At least a part of him could be with his familia in the afterlife. The rest of him still standing. And then we also got the Sadness one, and she goes for about $10 too. So overall, they just kind of stacked up to being well worth it, which I had a feeling was going to happen with that bag. So I knew it was a good one as soon as she grabbed it. And then our last bag here, I spotted this guy, which is a vintage Sanrio plush. I'm not familiar with who this duck is, but the whole bag was only $4. So again, I figured I might as well wing it. There's also this Old Navy dog, which I feel like I remember. Do you guys remember when Old Navy used to have like those like pickup trucks in the middle of the store, and the back was just filled up with like plushes of like dogs, and it had like 4th of July hats like this, right? If you could find a Old Navy pickup truck, put it on screen here. But let's see what this duck's name is, and is he worth it or not worth it for $4. So I can unfortunately find Peckley, which his name is Peckley, and I love learning the new Sanrio characters' names. They're not new, but new to me, Sanrio character names. So his name is Peckley, but I cannot find this particular one for sale anywhere. So we're just gonna give him a value of, I don't know, $5 just to say he was worth it, I guess. Okay, so the next up here we have the Buzz Lightyear Cosmic Lander. I paid $5 for this one, but what a freaking sick piece. You got the Buzz Lightyear there inside of his harness, inside of the ship, made to roll along the land of an unexplored planet, or also hover above it like this. And the figure inside, let's see if we can get him out, is pretty solid too. Again, whenever you can find like fully together pieces like this for Buzz, they're usually pretty rare. So this guy goes for over $20. So we're just gonna give him a $20 price tag, being that he has the cruiser as well as the Buzz with it, which is great for $5. And we also got this guy, which is the mascot for the Disney Ulani Hotel. And again, if you guys pretty much, I would say if you can get it for a price, if you ever see this guy out while you're thrifting, hunting, I would pick him up. I've had one that was like a little keychain of him that was like worth like $50, $60 before. So whenever I see this guy, it means somebody went on a vacation to Hawaii, to the Ulani Resort, and brought this guy all the way back. So in some way, it's almost like an import. You can only get them there. I wouldn't say they're rare, but they're semi-hard to get. So usually they're up there. And again, we could all use additional collecting dollars. So being able to find him for only $5 and he goes for about $20, definitely an awesome pickup. We're gonna give him $18 because that's a sold listing I was able to find to add to our overall budget. Okay, so Shadow, he's gonna get an automatic worth it for me because the only one of these I have in my collection is the smaller one from Five Below. And this one they did have at Walmart for $18, but I didn't really want to pay $18, so being able to get him for $6, he looks basically brand new. Of course, I'm still gonna throw him in the washer to be safe anyway, but a new Shadow Squishmallow to add to my collection. This one is worth it for sure for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a worth it, and we're gonna go give it a value of, well, what I paid for it, $6. Okay, so the next guy up, I don't know the value on him either, but I just think he'll look really cool in my living room along one of the shelves or my desk. I just love it so much. It's always one of my favorite enemies to take down in Mario too, because you get like so many different jump points, and it's also pretty cute. My only worry about it and why I was like hesitant to get it is it has so much scraping and dirt on it, but I'm gonna give you guys some close-up footage of me cleaning it and we'll see how well some of this stuff comes off. If it does, then I would say just for me it's worth it, but for $4, let's find out. So shocking enough, he actually goes for about $20 in used condition. So if we can clean him up, he would be worth about $20 easy. Definitely a savings being able to get him for only $4. That's like getting a whole segment for free. So for the Scream canister, even in pre-owned condition, this guy goes for about $30. And that's because I think it's one of the coolest drink containers ever. If you're a fan of Monsters, Inc., you're gonna love this as a drink container, being the actual scare canisters they use in the series. But if you happen to be taking this to work, to school, any place in public really, and they don't know Monsters, Inc., and you have a cup that is children screaming and then a growl, it might not make for the best first impressions. So keep that in mind. This is more of a in-collection household product, only to be seen and mentioned to the people that might understand it. But it does say we scare because we scare. I would say during the Halloween season you might be able to get away with it in public too. But I'm just saying, you know, most people aren't gonna want to choose the guy with the screaming children container as their spotter at the gym. So maybe, you know, think about where you take it. Personally, I love it, and it's still got the card in it, so it's brand new on top of that. And for a $30 price tag, we got it for $7. Not bad at all. Definitely worth it. So we didn't get a lot of super high value items today, but I would say the Corey Taylor and then this guy pretty much got close to covering the value for everything else. And that's why integrating some reselling aspect into your collecting, unless you're rich, is kind of necessary. Because if I sell these two right here, I can basically keep everything else, including the SpongeBob, Bulbasaur, the iDog, the Shadow, all this stuff for basically free and no cost to me, being that it was offset by these two items here. So we also got some DVDs. Let's check this one out. I can't wait to watch this one because it's been a while for me, but Karina loves this movie Hoodwinked. I cannot remember anything about the movie Hoodwinked. If you guys can recall, let me know. I feel like I know more about the sequel than I remember about the original movie, but But the movie Hoodwink, this one is brand new sealed. We got that one. I got the Flintstones Christmas, and these ones will be giving them a value of $3 each because I don't think that they're necessarily worth a lot more than that, except for maybe like if they're sealed or if there's something super rare. I don't think this is necessarily rare. I just wanted to have this one for the Christmas season. So $3 there. Rayman's Raving Rabbids, I got this one just for PP, and PP stands for personal pleasure, which probably didn't need to be put into an acronym, but I did. Personal pleasure, because it's not Nickelodeon branded, so it doesn't really fit in here in the cavern, so it won't be going here. But just so I have some idea of what the Rabbids really were, I just want to try the game out and see if it's fun to mess around with. Dragon Ball Z Saga of Goku, and I got this complete collection book #1 for Avatar: The Last Airbender. And all the avatars, even the complete series, aren't really that expensive because they've been reproduced several different times. So if you want the complete series for Avatar, it's pretty cheap. So for me, in order to kind of have like the ultimate collection of the original series, I think it's going to be collecting these individual boxes, which will probably go in our vault overall to be archived, since I have the complete box set here in the collection already. But for the collectible aspect, and as a Nickelodeon collector, I just think this is probably the better version to have, considering this was made to be the premier, like, oh, this is book 1, and cover book 1 in the most in-depth way possible, rather than a complete series one that is just supposed to be more general. This one really dives in to book 1 specifically, and I love that. All right, so on that note, there's our value on screen paid, and here's our value total. So we subtract this number from this number, and that is our overall profit. But ultimately, we got to add some awesome items to the collection. I can't wait to add a few things here to the collection. And of course, anything that I don't keep here, you'll likely end up seeing on our shop or on our Whatnot streams, where I'm live every single Friday. We'd love to have you over there. And if you guys haven't already, go check out the Patreon, where you can sign up for only $2 a month. You get extended versions of every single video, ad-free. We do giveaways, and you get invited to our Discord. But ultimately, it's the ultimate way to support the show and helps give me the freedom to make these videos for you. So if you guys enjoyed it or enjoy the show, go check out that Patreon. You can follow for free as well. And again, link into the Whatnot is down there too. But stay tuned here so we can add some of these pieces here to the collection. But before that, you know the drill. Scan it. Okay, so I replaced the one we had up there with a broken leg with this SpongeBob that does have both legs, and I think he looks fantastic. Okay, so this will be going in the living room until the Christmas season is over. This will be going inside of the game collection, but not the one in the cavern. This one will be going inside, and this one will be going in the vault, since we do have a much easier and accessible version here in the cavern. Okay, so we found a place for him. I think this is so cute, right next to the cactus. It's actually on top of my little heater here, and he cleaned up amazing too. Sorry the lighting is rough, but I'm in our $20 and under Toy Story collection, and Buzz has landed his rover right here on the shelf. Okay, so on these little pedestals I have by the light switch, I put the Pokeball right next to this vintage Meowth. I had this Pikachu on that one, but he doesn't really, like, he's like, I don't know, is the size, I guess maybe that might be somewhat accurate to Meowth versus Pikachu size, but it just looks so different. I didn't like it, so the Pokeball is a way better display piece right here on this little tiny spot. There's not a lot that could fit there, so that's a perfect piece to put here in the cartoon variety room. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pop-up thrift hunt. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. If you want to see more thrifting videos, I can definitely do them more often if I just pick random times like that. The store we normally go to is about a 40-minute drive, and I try to time it so that way it's worth it, so it takes a little bit more scheduling, but honestly that was better than I expected. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, Whatnot, all that information is down below. I'll see you guys down there, and I'll see you guys in this video right here that I know you're gonna love. But as always, Rep Pack, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop!